So I've been messing around trying to come up with a new creation here, and I love this electrician's blade and thinking about putting it on the same layer as this file. This is the old file, as you can see. And these old files, they're cool. I think the newer files, well, they're stronger. Let's just say that. These that have their use, and I think they're neat in their own category for what they are. They're not as aggressive a file. But the thing about them is, which is cool, is they're very thin. They're much thinner than the newer files. And the thing is, I was thinking, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this on the same layer as the electrician's blade down here. And I'm messing around, and the file's flat, and I just can't get this thing to line up right. It's kind of frustrating me. And I'm thinking, you know, I might just throw back on the old blades. And the thing about this is, like, when you start modding these things, there are some differences. So like, say you got an old Explorer and you take it apart, what you'll notice is like, see how this liner's flat? Well, then the later liners, they actually have like a little bump out on them, on the ends. And they changed like one of the things, I'm sure they changed other things that I don't know about, but the blades actually got a little thinner. So as you can see here, yeah, so here's the newer blade, right? It's just got doesn't have the crossbow on it. Now here's an older blade, which has the crossbow. And then, you know, the little plus drops and like will float on like the newer ones. There's the one in between that, and then they switched over, I believe, to this one in like 91. But here's the deal. See this blade right here? See how it sticks out a little bit? It's very subtle. But the newer blades don't. See that? How it's flush. So if you've got like an older liner with a newer blade, that's not really how it was designed, and vice versa. So I bring that up because every once in a while, like you put these things together and like something just isn't quite right. And that can be one of the issues. And then you throw another layer on and maybe there's another different size, and it gets a little frustrating, but that's what I'm getting at, that these things, they change over the years. There's always little differences, and sometimes you're better off if it's not working right for you, just rip the thing apart and start over. And I'll give you an example, even on like this thing, this knife. I mean, if you looked at the earlier videos, how nice this used to be. I've taken this knife apart so many times because the damn thing was driving me crazy, because the scissors, if I can get these things out, I forgot they're flipped on this 93. You know, this will happen too, right? Where that's how your scissors should be. But every once in a while, if you overdo your brass or something, what's going to happen is the scissors, they're not going to close right. Like they'll come down and sit like that, almost float. Or you'll get that sometimes with the blade. If something's off, you know, the blade should just snap and drop right in. But on a mod, sometimes if something's a little off, what will happen is the blade will come down and it'll like kind of just sit there. You need a little nudge. And maybe for some people, that won't drive you crazy. For, I think, people that want to modernize, it probably will. Yeah, what's going on here? Because I took this thing apart so many times, I actually ruined this back scale and had to take another scale, which I actually don't mind. Call it a hack job, but the actual tool set on this thing, this is basically the a Trail Guide 93 version. I love this knife. I think it's sweet. Yeah, and the scales kind of look like crap, as my son said, but I don't mind because the tools are cool and things pretty sweet. But anyway, I know I'm kind of rambling here, but just some thoughts. I made a video in a while, and I've got a new, I got a cyber tool, the small one. It might actually be in my mailbox like right now. And I think I'm going to do something with that, and looking to share that with you soon. But just wanted to show you that as far as these differences in blades and just the subtle differences. Sometimes they add up and they'll really frustrate you. Anyway, that's all I got for today. I hope you enjoyed it.